Good day everyone, my name is Evgeny Honcharenko and today I will present you ontological analysis of business process modeling of higher education institutions based on the electronic document management system by Andriy Shpakov, Olena Gorda and Evgeny Honcharenko. In today's world, there is a great deal of interest in big data analysis technologies, which is due to the constant growth in the amount of information that any organization has to manage. The main problem with analyzing big data is that most of the information is presented in a format that does not correspond well to the traditional structured format. At the same time, the data is stored in many different storages. In this regard, the purpose of this paper is to improve the efficiency of big data analysis based on the use of ontology. The primary tasks in analyzing big data are the ability to structure data and generate knowledge independently based on available data. Since ontology building covers all stages of data structuring, it's proposed to use it as an adequate tool for solving and structuring tasks. Obtaining new knowledge which is not explicitly formed by experts based on available data is an important aspect. To solve the problem of obtaining new knowledge in the analysis of big data, it is proposed to use an ontology with the use of associative rules. Associative rules allow you to find patterns between related concepts. Thus, using an ontology to analyze big data allows you to effectively extract knowledge from unstructured data, analyze, evaluate, explore knowledge, and gain new knowledge through the use of associative rules. The problem of ensuring the development of higher education institutions has always been relevant, especially in the context of a massive shortage of students in specialized specialties and limited financial resources. The labor market requires specialists with a high level of professional training capable of solving complex problems and being mobile. Improving the quality of the educational process and bringing it in line with the requirements of employers is a complex task that requires a systematic approach to pedagogical management. To solve this problem, the technology for managing educational business processes, which is flexible and able to withstand economic threats, deserves attention. In today's educational reform environment, there is a need to ensure the profitability of private educational institutions while maintaining the proper level of quality of educational services to students and trainees. To create such conditions, educational institutions are implementing a pedagogical management system that addresses the management of business processes of an education organization with the least amount of labor, time, and resources. In the market economy, business process management is becoming increasingly important to ensure the profitability of higher education institutions. Higher education institutions face the same task as commercial structures, namely to be competitive, that is to act cost effectively, to train quality specialists who meet the requirements of the modern labor market. Risks that occur in the business processes of educational activities. Lack of a long-term plan for the formation of the educational process. The process of curriculum development needs to be updated. Those responsible for curriculum management and the final result of educational services are not defined. A lack of analysis of the effectiveness of the educational process, documented reports on the results of the analysis of the process, identification of the process risks, and opportunities for the university for the next period. There is no unified information base on the areas of activity of the university. On this slide, you can see the flowchart of the process educational activity. Which starts from strategic management, then the next step is analysis on input information, designing educational services, planning the current educational process, training specialists in higher education, and analysis of the effectiveness of educational process. Risks of the educational process which were identified based on the analysis of the university context. Accreditation or licensing files are not formed in time, approved by the academic council, and submitted to the certification and licensing bodies. Obtaining a license to train specialists in a new specialty after the start of the admission campaign. Obtaining a certificate of accreditation of a new specialty after graduation. A reassessment of the possibilities of the license volume of admission to a new specialty. Insufficient level of qualifications of scientific and pedagogical staff, including violation of the regulations for conducting training sessions. Lack of necessary educational and methodological support for teaching the discipline. Lack of textbooks, manuals in the discipline. Absenteeism of students. Non-payment of tuition fees by contract students. Process is an activity that uses resources and is managed to transform inputs into outputs aimed at creating a predefined output for a specific user while providing the required process input. A business process is a coherent, integral set of activities implemented in accordance with certain requirements and ensuring the achievement of the required end result for profit capable of changing depending on market factors. In addition, business processes are interconnected educational activities of students and teaching staff aimed at implementing educational standards and training programs to train quality specialists in a particular field of activity. A business process consists of functions that are parts of the business process and can be considered as independent business processes. The main objects of the educational business process at the basic level are applicants and teaching staff. One of the critical factors is the intensification of information exchange within higher education institutions, given the possibility of one unit participating in different business processes. This task is becoming increasingly important as the amount of information increases and the need for its rational processing. Correct and adequate creation of information models of business processes becomes the key to the success of the organization in the future. An electronic document management system is a software for working with electronic documents at all stages of their life cycle, like creating, editing, and storage. Modern systems support document routing capabilities and, of course, basic functions such as search, classification, etc., and allow integrate into a single database information on objects such as curricula, teaching load, class schedules, orders, applications, and other stuff. Manage of the contingent, including enrollment, current academic performance, state certification, internships, and other. Management of the university's economic structures, including dormitories, to be integrated into a single management system. And conclusions. An ontological analysis of the modeling of the educational business process of the higher education institutions based on electronic document management using a structural approach to study the main business process of a higher education institutions was carried out. An analysis of the structure, functions, and information flows for organizing and managing the educational activities of higher education institutions using a structural approach was carried out. Practical significance of the research. The process approach based on ontological analysis has advantages over the functional approach. It frees the management from operational management, makes it possible to create templates for the sequence of actions, implements the principle of continuous improvement, makes it possible to direct the activities of the university to business processes, the quality system of the university, and ensure the quality of the technologies for the implementation of business processes. Formalization and modeling of the educational business process based on ontological analysis allows to make management decisions for the effective management of a higher education institutions. Based on the simulation modeling of the management system with a three-tier structure, it is possible to predict the emergence of critical business processes that may lead to a decrease in the speed of decision making and disruptions in the functioning of higher education institutions and their departments. Thank you.